Thanks for joining me today on TCM as we continue our Memorial Day movie marathon. I'm Alicia Malone, and next up is a 1933 drama starring Richard Dix. Directed by J. Walter Rubin and produced by RKO Pictures, it's Ace of Aces. The original story, The Bird of Prey, was written by John Monk Saunders, who specialized in aviation and also wrote the stories for Wings from 1927 and The Dawn Patrol from 1930 and 1938. Saunders collaborated with H.W. Hayneman on this screenplay. Richard Dix stars as Rocky, and when we first meet him, he is an artist, happily working on his sculptures just before World War I. When war breaks out, his girlfriend Nancy, played by Elizabeth Allen, enlists as a nurse and is shocked to learn that Rocky is a conscientious objector. She convinces him to enlist, and he becomes a fighter pilot who quickly develops a taste for war. Also in the cast is Ralph Bellamy, who appeared in 12 films in 1933. Bellamy began on the stage, making his Broadway debut in 1929. His film career began in 1931 with The Secret Six, and he was quickly given more work. One of those films in 1933 was Before Midnight, where Bellamy starred as Inspector Trent in the first of 4 mysteries featuring the character, all released by Columbia Pictures. As TCM fans know, Bellamy had a long and impressive career, notably starring in The Awful Truth from 1937, which earned him an Oscar nomination, His Girl Friday from 1940, Sunrise at Campobello from 1960, Rosemary's Baby from 1968, Trading Places from 1983, and Pretty Woman from 1990, and that's not even including all of his roles on television. Let's get into it from 1933 with William Cagney, James's younger brother. This is Ace of Aces. The Variety review of Ace of Aces stated that the fine photography and crashes provide the thrills. And while there was plenty of new aerial photography created for the film, Ace of Aces also used some footage from Howard Hughes's aviation spectacular Hell's Angels, which had been released 3 years earlier. That was before Howard Hughes took over RKO Pictures, which had been formed in 1929 with William LeBaron as the production chief. One of the first stars LeBaron hired was Richard Dix, a rare male silent film star who had successfully transitioned to sound pictures. Just a few years into his stint at RKO, Dix starred in Cimarron from 1931 and earned an Academy Award nomination. He became known for his roles in action films and westerns and starred in several aviation movies, including The Lost Squadron from 1932, Ace of Aces from 1933, Sky Giant from 1938, and Men Against the Sky from 1940. All right, don't go anywhere because we have plenty more coming up in TCM's Memorial Day Marathon. Up next, Burgess Meredith stars as war correspondent Ernie Pyle in a 1945 drama that also stars Robert Mitchum and is directed by William Wellman.
Next on TCM, Ernie Pyle's story of G.I. Joe, then Bataan, and later, wartime MGM cartoons. TCM is drawn to the fray today.